And you fall victim to yourself all the time. You do it to yourself, and you get mad, and you direct and deflect that to me. And it's self-inflicted. You do it to yourself, man. And it's easy fix. Everything I said here tonight, easy. Hard for most people to do it, but it's easy to fix. None of these things are reasons for you to be ending your career. Drawdown is not an end to a career. A blown account is not an end to a career. But each time, one of those things, if not both, will happen. And when it does, it changes and replaces the optimism that you had when you first started learning. And you had winning trades that led to equity high and equity high and equity high. You need to go back and tap into that. And I know it's hard. It's hard to do that because you are mad at yourself. You're embarrassed if other people know that you did it to yourself. But that's fine. That's everybody does that. In every aspect of life, you do something silly sometimes all the time. You know, that sense of embarrassment or shame, are you gonna willfully carry that every day? Now that you're trading, are you gonna constantly measure yourself on that drawdown that you put yourself in or that account you blew it? Come on. Be practical. Your spouse that you're with, do they constantly bring up the thing you did wrong that one time? If they do, that's toxic. That needs to be corrected. It makes a relationship hard. Are you going to do that with your relationship with the marketplace and your model? Constantly go back and pull up that bad episode? Yeah, you did that trade right, but remember that one time when you did everything, you drove down and then you feel like shit? You have to nurture yourself emotionally and psychologically and keep all these things that are outside interferences to distract you or make you feel less about yourself. You need to keep that out. That's the weeds. Don't let weeds grow in your garden. You have to prune and till the ground constantly, looking for things that are going to be a distraction to you, that's going to be an impediment to your development and take you out of the mindset that's required. Now, obviously, in this one, I'm speaking from a stance of bravado, because I'm confident and you as my students are confident because what we do here is on another fucking level. But I don't want you to feel like, because you may be a quiet personality. You may be a woman that's, up in age, and you may hear me get on this and carry on like I did. That's just the way it is, folks. I mean, I'm passionate about it. I'm reminding you all, you're at the right place at the right time with the right person. And there's no reason for you to ever doubt what you're learning or doubt yourself. You just got to keep showing up every day. But I don't want you to feel like you got to go out on social media and try to be a fucking gladiator against everybody else that doesn't do what we do. That's the part about our community I don't like and other people don't like. I don't like that. And I know that there's people that don't like me that are, they're pretending to be an ICT student or someone that likes me, putting the bullshit in their profile, but they're really my trolls. So they want to kind of like perpetuate this idea that our community is toxic. Our community is arrogant as fuck. Yes, we are. We are arrogant. We're extremely confident because we're not guessing about anything. And that unfortunately unsettles everybody else that doesn't do what we do. And I don't give a fuck if that hurts their feelings. I don't care. I'm not out here like I used to be on Twitter. I used to literally go knock on everybody's fucking door, say, hey, you're full of shit. Your stuff don't work. Why aren't you fucking proving it? Just call something out. Do a fucking analysis. Tell me something. What's the market going to do? Oh, you're an asshole. You're the demo baller. Okay. I had fun with that. I'm not doing that now. But see, you're learning the real mechanics behind what makes these markets move. And that's upsetting everybody. Because the more I do this and the more I prove it, and I'm bringing students that are fucking taking down fortunes with real money. You see these people saying, oh, these are paid actors. The companies are interviewing them. They're the ones paying them. They're being interviewed. They have their receipts. Ask them for it. I'm directing the audience that watches my videos to them. You have questions, ask them. I'm sure they'll share what they want to share with you in terms of the proof. They don't need to have any more proof. The companies themselves that paid them out in their titles, $122,000, $200,000, $400,000. They paid these people from their money. They got payouts. $40,000, $76,000. That's not market replay bullshit. It's not demo dollars. That's the really real. It's where the rubber meets the road. It's proof that this is a concept that's transferable. Do you need to make that kind of money? No. Should you aspire to? Sure, absolutely, and more. But you don't just jump in thinking that's how it's going to be. Because that's what gets you in periods of drawdown, chasing something. And don't, and I've been telling my private students all the time, do not listen to these testimonials and think that I need you to do the equivalent or more. Because that is not what I'm telling you to do. I'm just saying, I gave an open invitation to anyone that's using what I've taught. If they want to make themselves known and have an interview, their face will be seen, their voice will be heard, and their social media information will be made public, and I will draw attention to them so the audience members have an opportunity to talk to them themselves. That's not a paid actor. That's someone that's done it, that's made money. And you may not want to do an interview and done very well, and I have lots of them. They don't care about supporting other people. And guess what? Doesn't make them a bad person. They have their own life. They have their own prerogative about what it is they want to do. A lot of you are already saying many times, when we're done in November, you're getting off of Twitter. You don't have any other reason to be there. I won't be on Twitter. My account will be there. That last post will be there. No tweets will be deleted. No videos are coming off my YouTube channel. But my level of engagement with all of you will be very, very, very low. I need that. And I don't mind working hard this year to earn that. But when I step back, it's not because someone rolled me off of Twitter. It ain't because I'm afraid of anything else. It's because I'll be 51 in August. And I am looking at the time that I have left here. And I don't want to spend it like this. As much fun as it is, I have asked my family to spend far too little time with me because of me doing this. And it's been unfair. And I want them to have time with me. Because tomorrow's not promised to no man. I could be snuffed today. Taken out. I saw a comment someone shared to me from a dickhead from Texas in his comment section. Someone made a comment saying, I thought for sure ICT would have been killed by now by doxing his address. What kind of shit is that? Like, really? Listen, I understand I rub people the wrong way, but to incite people to want to knock me off, first of all, I don't give a fuck if you do. Instant death, instant glory, I know where I'm going. But I don't live in fear with that shit. But that's the level of toxicity. And Pat, I understand you mentioned on Twitter, you get a lot of feedback from people that's claiming to be an ICT. And I know you say you don't listen to Spaces, but I know you do. When you say there's things that are coming out of our community that are shit being said to you about it, dude, that's the flavor right now. That's the only thing they can do, is to try to make us look bad. And I'm asking all of you as my community, if people are talking shit, the best thing you can do is ignore them. Don't give them any attention, because that's what they want. They want that heat. They want that constant stimuli because they suck. And when you argue with them or you try to defend me, you don't need to defend me. Shit, I'm already fucking proving it. My students are proving it. The market's being called. I'm pushing buttons. Everybody sees it. The bottom line is it is what it is. And let them choke on it. Don't even give them any fucking time. And when I talk about things like this and people try to mother me, it would be better if you didn't talk about it, ICT, blah, blah, blah. I'm actually answering someone that sent me a message that they're wrestling with because they saw something that has them on the fence about trying to start here. I saw this person talk about you, and it's just, what can you say about that to help me get past it? And then I'll respond and I'll say that. It's like a blanket statement because I know the more time I spend out here doing this, the opposition will constantly put more bullshit out there. And all you have to do is show up every day. If I don't know what I'm doing, if these things don't work, you'll find out on your own. You don't need somebody else to tell you that. You determine that from your own opinion. Don't sit here and sign on to social media, whether it be on YouTube or Twitter or anything else, and take somebody else's opinion about me or anything and simply adopt it. That's the problem with social media. Believe me, I can't wait to get off of Twitter in November. I can't wait because it's just fucking toxic. Not because of the community. I don't care. People talk shit about me all the time. But when I sign on to Twitter, the things that are being suggested to me because it's political bullshit or people smearing this one in the campaign or that one, it's just toxic as shit. Like, it's toxic. So in our community, I try to keep the energy level high. And sometimes it comes across with male bravado that may not be all that palatable for certain audience members. I'm not changing. You filter it. If you can't, go find someone else. I'm not going to be something I can't be, especially if I'm live. If I'm live, it's unfiltered. And I'm going to have these swings. And it may be entertaining to you. It may be offensive to you. I might talk in a language that sometimes isn't appropriate for children. You shouldn't listen to me in a live setting with children around you. Sending me an email, you complaining to me that your kids heard me say the F word. First of all, I'm leaving that responsibility to you as a parent. You don't know what's going to be said in a live setting. So why invite the opportunity for your little ones to hear something inappropriate? I don't have the ability sometimes to keep control of my tongue. It's just the way it is. I don't want to talk this way, but sometimes it just starts. And once it starts, it takes its course. It runs its course. And then that imbalance settles down and kind of like what I'm talking like now. If I talk another hour from now and don't get off here, you'll hear me rev up again. It's not planned. It's not scripted. It's just, unfortunately, that's what happens. And when I lose control of it, go off the rails, my mind reaches for language that isn't always appropriate. And I don't feel good about it when I'm done. I ask for forgiveness and I feel like I could have done better. But I can't be articulate all the time, live. That's why I've always stayed in pre-recorded lectures. And I edit out a lot of that stuff. Because it's always in there. It's always in there. So I'm a real person. I'm not AI. I'm not some fake fucking shit. I'm a real person with emotions, a mental disorder that I wrestle with. It's not always been easy to deal with. But I know my shit and I prove it. And my students are bringing the receipts and I'm so proud of them. And I'm proud of you that's in the making right now. That you may have gone through drawdown. You may have done a little bit of damage to yourself because Friday was Seek and Destroy in the morning session. Up, down, up, down, up, down. If you fell victim to that, it's okay. You'll fall victim to it again in the future too. Sometimes Seek and Destroy starts off just like a day that's obvious it's going to do this. And then it smokes your ass. Then you think it's doing something other than that. And it smokes your ass again. And then you have to know right then and there. Okay, stop. I just took 2 trades that were losing trades in the same session. Stop. ICT, you just gave us a silver bullet. There's a fair value gap between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock every single day. Well, guess what happens if you lose? Stop. Don't trade the morning session. Wait to the PM session. And your goal is to at least get 50% of the drawdown you had in the morning. You could get all of it and more, but your goal is to just get 50% of it. Isn't that a little bit more forgiving then. I got to get that back and make a profit for the day. I have to be right. There's a difference there. There's a difference, and you have to treat yourself like that as a trader. It's not always trophy wins. Sometimes it's just, I'll get a little bit of the hair of the dog that bit me. And have to be content with that. And let time do its thing by presenting you new opportunities that will repeat every week, every day, and it won't stop. Unless you do what Retail Rick is telling you to do. Impulsiveness. Things that you know, right before you get into those days that go into drawdown or blow your account, you can go back in time and think, there was a moment when you said, I better not do this. Fuck it, I'm going in. That was it. That's the test, and you failed it. Every single time that's ever happened for me, I never looked back and said, I didn't see that coming. You knew, I knew, it's the way it is. You just got to do it. You just got to do it. Fuck around and find out. In this business, you fuck around and you can find out that you're out of this business. You can cause more damage to yourself financially than you're equipped to pay for. You don't think so? Over leveraged in front of CPI. Yeah, you'll be owing the broker. It'll take everything it's got in your account plus some, and they'll be calling you up real quick with that. So you have to be very careful how you place these expectations on yourself when you're trying to recuperate drawdown, when you're trying to build equity to new equity highs, when you feel that you know that this is probably not the right thing to do. Wait. Take a step away, 10 minutes. Go get a drink, go outside, walk the dog, whatever, come back. If the trade moves without you, who cares? If it hasn't moved and it moved the other direction, you'll be thankful. If it moves but it hasn't gone to the target you're aiming for, fair value gap, institutional order flow, entry drill. There's your mechanism to get in. That's not chasing price. So why are you pressuring yourself? Why are you making this harder than it has to be? Because it's all in between your ears. That's what you're doing. The battlefield that you're waging war on is inside your head. Those candlesticks don't know you're in the trade. They don't know. The algorithm does not know that you got in that trade. It does not know. It doesn't. It's going where it's going because it's scripted. And it's designed to take whoever is foolish enough to be on the wrong side. That's the mechanics of how these markets work. That's the fucking reality of it. And I don't give a fuck who you are. Buying and selling pressure my fucking ass. Okay? That's not how this works, man.